Hi everyone, Katya Martinova, your intuitive empowerment coach and energy healer here. I'm currently in my hometown called Zaranda in Kazakhstan. And I'm gonna make more videos about my family's trip here, but this video is gonna be about the majority of the time that we spent as part of our first leg of the trip across the US in our camper, which took place in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Originally, my husband and I had discovered this place by accident when we had only this much time to take a road trip somewhere. I think it was back in 2019. And we decided to travel to Hot Springs, Arkansas because it was like a 14-hour drive, I believe. And then we just kind of stumbled across this cute little town in the middle of the woods called Eureka Springs. And we absolutely loved it, but we only spent like probably less than an hour there, and we definitely wanted to go back. So we did as part of our trip across the US in the camper. The whole idea of our trip is it has a few subcategories, so to speak. First of all, we want to show the country and immerse our son in different places, different experiences before he has to start school. Then it's also for rediscovering ourselves because we found, like I was telling earlier in my YouTube video and on my Instagram, that we found ourselves really unhappy in Wisconsin, and so this is just our way of finding ourselves. But it's also about my business because I am trying to take my business to the next level. This trip is about going to places where my services are needed and where people will benefit from them. So we go to different places and stay there a while so I can do either one-on-one sessions or group meetings or master classes and stuff like that. So that was why we went to Eureka Springs, is because it's actually what a lot of people say, kind of like a hippie town. The people that live there, they already kind of congregated and got attracted to that area because that vibe is so strong there, and that's why we loved it there so much. So we spent about 3 weeks there, and we met so many incredible people. And what we loved about that little town, interestingly, there's not a single traffic light there. So it's very calm and peaceful most of the time, but then it gets an influx of tourists, I believe, in the summer. But it's actually a very small town, and we liked how it was like so word of mouth, and many people knew each other by name, and the way that they describe locations, like it's by this store, it's on the corner of this and that. And it was just such an empowering environment to be in because this is the kind of people that my family and I jive with. So it was just it was an incredible time. We met so many awesome people, and I didn't really need to do any social media whatsoever because I would just work or meet with one person, and they would tell me about 5 or 10 other people that they know I could go and talk to, and it was just like so fun. And I'm that kind of person who likes working with people on this personal level rather than trying to get to know them in a forceful way, which is what being a businesswoman sometimes kind of tries to force you to go in that direction, where like you almost like try to tell people about you, and some people have this thing about being sold to. So this was more chill, it was more natural, and I was able to talk to so many people and hang out and just have just an incredible time with each and every one of them. My husband and my son also had a great time because we were there in the spring, and when we first came, the I think they had quite a bit of a drought. So there wasn't much water there, and you could see places where there would be creeks or rivers that were dry. But then, as we were there, there were 2 or 3 huge rainstorms, and all the creeks and rivers just came alive. And that kind of reinforced my um, idea of writing a kid's book about the cycle of water, which I'm currently working on. But it was just so magical to be there, to see that, to experience that. And we also went to local shops and explored the natural areas, and it was just all so magical. So I just really wanted to share it with you, and to kind of reinforce that idea that I felt throughout our time being there, is that your environment, the environment you are in, is so important on a day-to-day basis. Because if you are among people who are just naturally loving and supportive of you just as you are, then you don't have to feel like you're constantly going against the flow. You don't have to feel like you have to constantly be proving something to someone, and it just frees up so much energy that you can channel towards doing other things, things that make you happy, things that bring you joy. And for me, being in Eureka Springs was like that, because not once did I have to explain what energy healing was or how it works, because people there were already so immersed and so welcoming of that idea, and most of them had gone to other, like, numerous energy healers. So that was like really cool. And that's why I just love traveling in general too, is because you get to meet such different groups of people, and in the process you find out what kind of people are your tribe, and what kind of people you need to try to be around, to be constantly empowered and supported and loved for just the way you are, without having to force anything, without being worried about how you look or what you say or if anyone would judge you. So I just wanted to share this with you. If you have had any similar experiences, share in the comments. But other than that, let me know what you think, and stay tuned for more videos.